I had one weird take this week. I was eating Greek yogurt and it tasted good. This isn't normally a problem, but I was eating a 0 sugar Greek yogurt and I was like, this is pretty fucking good. All right. Episode 54.
54, baby. Brian Urlacher had hair, didn't have hair, has hair again. Come on.
That's the first time we've done a number he's got hair again?
Dude, you haven't seen his fucking Just for Men?
The billboards.
Yeah.
The billboards.
He's all
The billboards
over,
are
yeah.
everywhere. Dude, he's
they're
everywhere in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Like on the highway.
Yep. And it's just fucking him with hair. And he looks like Dolph Lundgren had like a love child with like Melissa McCarthy. And they made Brian Urlacher. That's what he looks like with hair. Looks bad.
It looks bad. It does look bad. I was going to say that.
Look good.
Well, it looks like it was forced. That's what it looks like.
Especially when you went 20 years of being just white-headed bald as fuck. And that's how everyone knew you. And then all of a sudden it was like, hey now, like, what is going on? So
everybody that doesn't know who Brian Urlacher is, he's basically, think of like a Mr. Clean or a Stone Cold Steve Austin type of head.
Yeah.
That's
what literally
Brian Urlacher is. Clean, no beard.
Nope.
And then they just popped some hair on top of him all of a sudden, and everybody's like, what the fuck?
Dude, it looks so unnatural. I am pro plugs. I am very pro plugs.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta get it right. You can't fucking supposedly that's his natural hair. No, it's not.
His looks like a tube.
Exactly.
You know?
It looks like a bad tube, 100%.
It's a fucking bird's nest, dude. You can spot that bird's nest 2 miles away.
Exactly, dude. The thing falls off when he's having sex. Let's get real.
I wonder if that was like him saying, I'd like to have hair again. Because I feel like he was probably pretty content. Why would he give a shit about having hair?
I agree.
He's got hundreds of millions of dollars.
I always wondered that too, where it's like, was it literally just a ploy by Just for Men that was like, hey, dude,
well-known bald guy.
We'll give you even more millions if you just kind of are our spokes guy for the next 10 years or to whatever. And it's like, now you just got to rock hair. I always wondered the same thing where it's like, come on, dude.
It's weird.
Like, I get being like self-conscious, but like not when you're, like you said, a multi-millionaire Hall of Fame linebacker. You know what I mean? It's not like
you don't need the hair. The hair isn't going to take you to the next place.
And you always were hairless too. That's the worst part. It's not like you were losing your hair and then you were like, all right, we got to get this back. It's like, no, you never had it. So like I had a kid in high school who was a couple years younger than I was, big, tall motherfucker, dude. And he literally, by the time he graduated, he was bald. Like was losing his hair when he was 15.
Damn,
it was like super thin. Yeah.
It's tough.
And he like would try to still like grow it, but it was just so thin and ratty and like it just was bad. And it's like that guy needs the Just for Men.
Then you do some shit. Yeah, you get the procedure.
Yeah, because that guy is the dude that's like, oh fuck, how am I ever gonna win at life when I'm fucking losing it all at fucking 16? You know.
And if you're losing it, it's coming out. It looks bad too.
What is your mother's father's hair like?
6 feet deep in a coffin.
Mike's gonna have gray hair forever.
I have a family full of good hair. Obviously I know like it's your mom's grandfather, like it skips generation on your mom's side or whatever, but like my dad still has hair. He's 60. Both my grandparents died with hair. We just got good hair over on this, and the Felbo genes got good hair. It's just factual.
Yeah.
So I'll be all right.
It's the Italian too. Like Italian people have they just have hair forever.
No, yeah, exactly. And I mean, like I got Italian, I got Italy running through my fucking family. Like it's
right.
Yeah. So,
sucks.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna last very long.
I think you will. I think you'll hold on. I don't think it's going to be like great, but I think you'll have that hair for a long time, honestly.
This is Mike's version of it. Ain't great, but it is on top of your head.
Well,
So,
I mean, you have, okay, that sounded rude.
You're
I'm sorry.
already in the not great stage,
You
which
have,
I know. I just haven't
have
had
thin
anybody
hair.
tell me yet. Yeah,
it's not like your hairline is
it's
running
tough.
away from you, really. You just have thinner hair. That's all.
Right. You see right through it, dude.
Well, yeah, that's what I have a picture of your hair. It's you on the phone with a pair of sun. When we were at that little beach in Grand Rapids, remember with Mara? So we were doing that, right? And you were on the phone, and there was a picture of your hair. It looked so fake, because like you, dude. I'm gonna send it to Jack, and hopefully he can get it posted in this episode. But it was so. I looked, and I literally was like, "What's going on with this guy's hair, man?" Like. And I snapped a photo of it because I was appalled and astonished at the same time.
Have I seen this before? I must have never seen this before.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't bring it up because I didn't think it was necessary. But I was like, this fucking guy's hair is just trying to run off of his head. It was weird. It looked like you were trying to flare it up though. That was the thing. It looked like you were trying to like flare it up around your hat, so it just looked a little off. It was funny. Anyways,
I had
enough
a
about Bob's
fit
hair
on that day though, if I remember correctly.
What?
I had a swaggy fit on that day, if I remember correctly.
100%. Yeah, you had them like short shorts with the Vans and the open collared fucking button down. You look nice. I'll give it to you.
So that'll save me. All right.
Oh,
top of my head is,
yeah,
100%. Nobody's even looking at your receding hairline.
No, that's great news. If I dress fly enough from neck down, then nobody even notices my dog.
There's not many times that you don't dress fly, Bob. Let's get real. Don't kid the fucking fans.
Yeah, I try. I try to keep it up for that reason. Trying to keep the attention down low.
Love that.
Anyways, Brian Urlacher was number 54.
Yes.
Bob in Detroit, Jack in Detroit, Mike in Chicago. Today's draft day. We are drafting things, activities that make you feel like an adult. And we're doing this just because it's something that we thought of, but it's also a way that Jack might be able to win his first draft here. People are talking. Because he is currently doing all this shit that makes you feel like an adult for the first time.
For the first time.
So, which is very important because there's going to be a lot of shit that he says today, I'm sure, that we don't even think about. And
yeah. Oh, that's just life. Yeah. Like, oh, hey, I got to wipe my own ass. I didn't know that was, I didn't know how to do that.
Exactly. It's the tough reality like that.
Love that.
But, anything pre-draft from you guys?
Yeah, I have something that I just didn't know that in the NBA, and I think all basketball, not that I want to get into sports very much. Did you know that in one single possession in the NBA, you can only score a maximum of 4 points?
3 and 1.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess I knew that just by.
Okay, so now, have you heard this shit about the new technical foul? If you land in someone's landing zone, it's a technical foul.
So you don't even have to like land on the person anymore.
Nope, you don't got to touch them. You just got to be in. If you jump forward and you land in their landing spot, they review it and they can call it a tech.
I did not know that.
Okay, so that's a thing. They're like trying to like player safety, ankles, knees, this, that, and the other thing. And so the other day, I think it was Steph Curry, maybe Trae Young. I don't know. It was a prolific shooter. Either way, he shoots, hits a three, gets fouled on the arm, and the guy lands in his shooting, his landing space. So it was already a 3 and 1. Okay, they reviewed it. They reviewed it. They deemed it as a technical as well. So in theory, your head is like, oh, 3 plus the 1 plus the technical shot, right? You get 5 points.
Damn.
Right? But the rule in basketball is that you can only get 4 points in one possession. So you get the 3-pointer plus 2 free throws for 1 point. So like say you miss the first one, you get a second free throw, but if you make the first one, you don't get a second free
1 and 1.
Oh, so you get like a consolation almost. Like
exactly.
All right, you missed it. We'll give you another try.
Isn't that wild though that you can't
That
get
is
the
wild.
5th point? Like you add a technical, you can only get one of the points though.
That is
And
wild.
I don't know why, but that rule has like racked my brain because I feel like they're already on the verge of a 4-point shot, let alone a fucking 5-point technical and one bullshit. You know what I mean?
I think that's
Doesn't that already happen like somewhere in the bonus though, where it's 1 and 1?
No, so 1 and 1 is college only, and
Mm,
it's so after the 6th foul in college, you get the 1 and 1, and then after the 10th foul, it's double. It's
your
the
double bonus.
double bonus. Yeah. So from the 6th foul to the 10th foul, though, you get one shot. If you make it, you get a second shot. If you miss the first
right.
shot, it's a wrap. But in the
Correct.
pros, every single foul, no matter when it is, take
Dude,
foul, this foul, it's 2 shots. Which I think they need to do away with the 1 and 1, but it's such a staple in college basketball that they never will.
it is.
I
It
just
fucks
hate the.
all your
I think
I
it's
points.
cool and it gives you an incentive to actually be able to hit fucking free throws.
Well,
For
yeah, but
sure.
also it makes you play this foul. You could start in college. They start playing the foul game so early
Yep.
because it's like if a guy gets, a good foul shooter in the NCAA is 80%, which that's really not that great of odds when you think about it.
And it's few and
Comparatively.
far between that those
Yeah,
guys are out there.
I mean you got like small
It's
or like shooting guards that shoot 75% from the line, and you're like, what?
so bad.
But they'll shoot
So bad in
35,
college.
40% from three. It's so
Right.
strange how bad they are at free throw shooting. And I swear the rims are smaller or something. I don't know what's going on, but it's fucking
It's
wild.
weird.
Yeah. I want to stay on basketball for a second. I don't know why I'm just so burned up about yesterday's losses that I'm just I
That one hurt a
have you
lot, dude. It
yeah
hurt a lot. I'm not gonna lie
yeah
to you. You
Harrison
want to
Barnes,
explain?
dude.
You want to explain to the people what we were doing? Because this is a national phenomenon. Actually,
Oh
let me
yeah.
tell you what happened to us yesterday.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So we've been following this kid who it seems to be blowing up on
Everywhere.
TikTok. He's
And
everywhere. He
YouTube.
really is
Yeah,
everywhere.
YouTube and TikTok, he's blowing the fuck up.
He's just this weird, totally like vanilla dude. Like you could tell, such a
Do we
sports
shout him
nerd.
out? Do we shout him out?
Yeah. At calling our
Yeah.
shot. At
Yeah,
calling our
calling
shot.
our shot. Yeah, I mean the 50
You
people
can
that watch this, look him up. He's got his shit
yeah,
together.
you can find him on Twitter. You can find him on TikTok too. But
YouTube too.
so this kid is doing starting with $10. So you start with $10 and then you do 10 bets to get to 10 grand. So you essentially just said so tonight is day one. We're betting $10 to win another 10. So we'll have $20 if we win tonight. Then tomorrow will be day two. We'll invest that 20 to win 40 and so on until you get to 10 grand, which would be 10 bets from now. So yesterday was what? Day 6?
Day 5. I think it was
Day 5?
it was the $300. It was a $300 bet. The $320 bet.
Yep.
So whatever day that is.
And the way that this guy sets these up is he does 4 to 5 NBA player props. So it's normally points and rebounds is normally what he does. So 5 different players to either hit their points or hit the rebounds. And he does them super conservatively. Like if a guy is averaging 20 points a night, he'll go down to 15 and say, hey, this guy's hit 15 plus points in the last 24 of his last 25 games.
Yeah.
The Excel sheet this guy must have is like pretty sick, but I feel like it's pretty standard too because he's playing normal. It's not like he's playing anything freaky. He's playing points and rebounds.
Yeah, and he's playing fairly big names too. It's not like he's playing fucking, the Alex Caruso to score fucking 10 points,
It's Stephen Clay every other night.
Yeah, it's very not always high profile, but very like, okay, this guy is a legitimate basketball player, plays good minutes, should get this shit every time. Anyways, go on.
Yeah. And then quick tidbit, so to understand like how big this guy's kind of blowing up or how many people he's reaching. Well, they talked about it a couple times on Barstool over the last couple weeks, but we get a call randomly. So one of my roommates, we're sitting at the counter, we're just eating dinner, and somebody's making dinner, and my roommate gets a call, and the guy on the phone goes, "Hey, dude, you need to place this bet tonight." Like it was one of my roommate Newman's buddies. He knows that he's a big gambler. It's like, dude, this kid's been hitting like crazy. In today's day 6, he's trying to get to 10 grand. And we're like, dude, we're already on
We're
this.
already
Like,
on
how the
it.
hell did you know about this? Like, just some random, like, this guy doesn't live in Detroit. Like, just some random friend of a friend is like heard about this guy. So anyway, last night we had hit 4 of 5 legs, and we were waiting for Harrison Barnes to score 10 points. He had 8 at the midway point in the third, early third.
If it was early third, because literally the first basket of the third quarter for the Kings was a 3-pointer by Harrison Barnes to give him 6, and then I think he got another one like
shortly
you said,
after that. It was pretty quick. Yep. So middle of the third, this guy's got 8 points. We need him to get 10. So we're just watching this game. He doesn't get it, and he's not shooting. Like, there is no,
he's not touching the basketball.
But he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
That's the frustrating part, is that he's on the floor. He's playing the minutes. He's not getting the ball. And when he does get the ball, he dishes it real quick.
Yep.
And so we're like, fuck, dude, this thing's not going to hit. By the grace of God, De'Aaron Fox leads the Kings back to tie this game, to push it to overtime. We have new life.
Yep.
We're breathing
5 more
again.
minutes.
We got 5 minutes. We know Harrison Barnes is playing all of them, which he did. And we're like, okay, we're going to be fine. We're going to get this. There's no way they're shutting him out in overtime. They shut him out in overtime. We lost last night. Guy had 8 points over probably 15 minutes, you could say, conservatively, of basketball, maybe 20 that he actually played. He probably didn't play like half the third quarter, but other than that, he played the entire fourth and then all of overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it was absurd. And not only did it happen like that, is that he went 1 for 3 from the free throw line, missed 2 in a row to end the first half.
That hurt so bad. We knew that was going to sting us too.
Oh yeah,
we knew
started the game off fucking 0 of 5 from the floor. I'm like, oh my goodness. And it's like once you just start off like that, wide open jump shots, and he even missed a bunny under the net too, like missed one bad, and you just knew he's gonna have a bad day. And I'm like, oh my God. And I have like League Pass, so I'm watching the whole game, and I'm like, Jesus H, dude. Like, it was so bad and so tough to watch. But
he finished like 4 of 11.
3 of 11.
3 of 11.
Yep.
And all those were in the first 2.5 quarters.
Yep.
2 1/3 quarters.
Anyways, I don't want to dwell on that. I got burned twice last night. But to stay on basketball, have you guys been seeing this shit about potentially there being like magnets in the rim, or in the ball, and that's why like the shooting percentages are so high, and why there's so many points being scored and all this bullshit?
That's a real thing that people believe.
Yeah. There was like a video of like Steph Curry missing like 5 shots in a row in practice, and they're like, see, the magnets aren't turned on.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And it's like, dude, what crazy. The fuck? And they're like, and like some of the conspiracies about it are like they only turn it on in like crunch time, or like when certain people have the ball, and like it's like, dude, come the fuck on, man. Like, are we really doing this right now?
I just think that we'd be able to see it.
Well, and like, so and then it pulled over into football. Now I saw a TikTok. It was like MVS caught a ball, like he was like going right, ball was behind him, came back, fucking snagged a seed right out of air. It was a nice ass catch, happens all the time. And the guy was like, no way that wasn't assisted. See how the ball just stopped? And I'm like, dude, these guys have massive hands with the stickiest shit on the planet on these gloves. Yeah. Of course, when they make a form catch where it's supposed to be, the ball's gonna stay put. That's their job. They do this for a living, get paid handsomely, and people are like, oh, no, see, it's in the gloves. It's, there's no way that wasn't assisted. They wanted KC to win. I'm like, dude, the referees are one thing, but you're talking about the ball and gloves and shit having assistance?
Right.
Like,
if that's the case, then, like, I watched Zay Jones drop probably 100 balls this year. Trevor Lawrence is like, can we get this man some magnets? Everybody's got the magnets but us. You can't get magnets down in Jacksonville? Like, seriously, there's just no way. There's no way. Like, there's so many drop balls in the league. There's so
yeah. By the best players and, like, the best players, too. It's like, I'm just so sick of all these like rigged sports things coming around. Do I think that okay, the juice balls in baseball, putting them at Yankee Stadium, or like I believe that stuff. I do,
It's a
but
lot easier
also,
to do that.
well, yeah, and also that it benefits both teams. I mean, if you hit the
For
ball
sure.
far, it goes far. Like, and I get it for ratings. I think that's bullshit, but like the whole like magnets in the basket and the ball, I'm like, come on. Like, I'm so sick of people like it's because everyone is gambling nowadays. That's the
Right.
problem.
That
Everybody's
is the
gambling
problem.
nowadays, and people think that the fix is in for fucking everything when it's like, dude, no, these guys are just the best in the world at what they do. They're literally the 1%, and they get paid a shitload for it. Like, motherfucker, it's such a simple equation. Like, I don't know. I'm just so sick of people talking about it like it's fact. It
It's
makes me so angry.
100% the gambling. The gambling is what pushed it to that point too.
Yeah,
Because
of
now everybody
course.
is very, very hyper aware of everything that happens. They're watching
Yep.
every single catch because they need Aurelius
Yeah.
Ben to have fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like those kind of guys to have 4 catches and 200 yards. Like,
Oh, that is a
let's
name
get
drop.
real.
Yeah. And that it's just it rattles my cage, man. It's like, I don't know. Everyone needs to relax. And also, if the gambling thing was a thing, like where it's like, oh, they fix it, most of the money is split everywhere. You know,
Yep.
like most lines, and like the funny part too, like everyone was like, oh, the fix is in. KC, like Vegas wanted KC to lose that game. Like
Mhm.
there was and they wanted San Fran to win. Like
Mhm.
all the money was on KC and Philadelphia. Like I'm pretty
Right.
sure Vegas got their ass beat in terms of money line spread football this weekend. And people are talking shit. It's like, dude, it makes me mad. Everyone needs to fucking get their shit right.
I'll rattle your
Yeah.
cage. So, dude,
Rattle my
I feel
cage.
so left out though. I yesterday I asked if basketball was still happening. No, I'm clueless.
You did
Good
ask
time.
that. But that's, hey, guess what? We gave you the answer you were looking for, and maybe we can make something happen.
Very true.
Maybe we can make you some money.
Dude,
Maybe
I just
calling our
No,
shot
he
will
was
make you
talking.
some
He
money.
was talking about going to a game, Bob, not gambling. Get your head out of the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
gutter, dude.
I can't stop thinking about it.
We're just thinking about fucking drinking and partying and watching a basketball game. You're over here thinking about your bottom fucking line.
I mean, it'd be nice to bolster it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah,
Fair enough.
we can do basketball game. We'll do something like that. But we're definitely doing. You might have to come out to Chicago with us, Jack, for St. Patty's Day.
Holy shit. That's what you guys are doing?
That is what we're doing.
Oh,
We've
I
been.
don't want to do it.
I know that you. I know it's gonna be tough. I literally we were having this conversation. I think it was Sunday, and somebody was like, What are you doing for St. Patty's Day, Bob?" I was like, I think we're going to Chicago, right?" He was like, "Yeah, that's what I assumed we were doing." And then Gary was like, "Yeah, that's what I assumed we were doing." So we were just like, "All right, let's lock it in. We're going to Chicago."
what does that even look like? Where are you going to stay?
Last time we got a really dope Airbnb, did right downtown, right next to right in River North.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That would be
And
sweet.
it was super fun.
I've
It was
never
a
even been to Chi-Town before. Not even once.
prime location. Mike even got to come and stay with us, so it was fucking perfect. We just walked around. We were right next to all the bars, and it was perfect. So we'll try to do that again. It's a very easy situation for you, especially. You don't have to do anything.
Money.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
I was talking to Jack.
Oh,
I was gonna say, because I was like, I didn't think you were talking to me. I was like,
No, I was talking to Jack. Sorry, you
Okay.
can't see who I'm talking to.
Yeah, fair enough. I was like, okay.
I had one weird take this week. I was eating Greek yogurt and it tasted good. This isn't normally a problem, but I was just thinking like how many foods that I eat now that I used to hate. I know that your taste buds develop and everything, but that's just a crazy thing to me. Like I was eating a 0 sugar Greek yogurt and I was like, this is pretty fucking good.
just raw dogging the Greeks? Like just
No,
by
mixed
itself?
berry.
Oh.
It wasn't a vanilla or anything like that.
Was
It
Yes, I was
plain
gonna say,
Greek
I'm like,
yogurt.
damn. I was
No,
like, that's
I wasn't mucking
raw.
down a plain Greek yogurt. It was mixed berry.
Okay.
But in the no sugar, it's pretty bland.
It kind of plays into what we're about to start talking about in
That's kind of what
reality.
I thought.
That
That's
was a
kind of
hell
what
of a
I thought.
segue.
I mean, you're just getting old, bud.
I think that's really what it boils down to. Okay, let's get into the draft. Feels like an adult draft is brought to you by Rogue Creative, as is every episode of the Fair Enough podcast. If you are a gym owner, it's February. It's time. It's time to get people in your gym. If you are in need of customers and are looking for somebody to help you, call Rogue Creative. Go to roguecreative.org. John and his team do something called database reactivation, which is just a fancy way of saying they're going to get more people into your gym that are thinking about going to another gym. So capture people like me or people like Mike. You can even capture the people that have only been in the gym for a month now at their new gym. Steal them over to your gym. Maybe their gym stinks. Maybe they're at Planet Fitness and they didn't get the black card, so now they can't tan. So reach out to roguecreative.org for any of your small business marketing or graphic design needs. You can find them on Instagram as well at roguecreative_. Shout out to the boys over at Rogue Creative. Okay.
Shout out.
Who's going first?
We didn't discuss this.
No.
We did
Who's
not
going
discuss
for it? Because
this.
I feel like this is kind of an important one for order. Order and snake. Are we or are we not doing snake?
You got to. I think as long as we have more than 2 people, you have to snake, because you can't go 3 picks at a time. You can't get juice out of 4 picks. I mean,
I agree.
it's just too many.
I agree. So we'll snake.
How do you guys want to do it? I don't know. Do we have like a wheel or something that we can spin?
We need a wheel. We do need a wheel.
We do need a wheel.
I mean, not to
the
just
wheel
bite.
that they use on the yak.
I was just saying not to just bite off the yak, but we do need a fucking name wheel just so we could fucking randomize it and just
We
click,
do.
click.
Who went last time? Who went first in the best seat?
It was me, you, Jack, because it was Jack's first draft, so we were like, all right. And then we got the first round pick or whatever, so I was like, I think I deserve it.
Yeah. Let's go, Jack, me, you. Jack can go first.
You just get 2 you just get 2 every week or every month? What the fuck is that?
Wait, I thought you said I went.
You went second last time.
Yeah, but you went first.
I know, but we need.
So I just get mini me move down the bench. That's what happens
to
me
but
here.
maybe you can go. Third? I mean, you can go. What if you went first and Jack went second? I don't give a shit personally, but
I'll
we
go
need to
third.
figure something out.
I'll go third because I'm not.
No,
because I kind of have it in order that way. Cause, dude, I can't go second again. That's illegal. It's
not even that. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's not even that, dude. We can do no. Let's do what you said. But next week or next month, we have to find a way to do this properly, more random and with stakes.
We'll get the wheel.
We have to do something.
Pull that up. It's literally a website that they use. I think I know what
it
is.
It's literally just I know. But the thing is that I don't trust Jack. No, I'm just kidding.
That too. Okay.
Yeah,
so
let's
what?
just do
Jack, Bob, Mike.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
We're gonna have to go through all the fucking iterations, anyways. It doesn't.
Well, yeah, I know, but when you do it randomly, it's like it is what it is.
Valid.
It's just it is what so it's like hey, fucking luck of the draw.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Fucking, I'm going off the rails right away. Fuck you both. It's gonna be a weird one. It's gonna be between you guys because I'm gonna do dumb shit.
I don't know, dude. I don't think my picks are very straight up either. I think Jack might have the most chalk picks, but I also think that's what's gonna win him the draft.
Okay, I have.
You're wrong.
This is where I think that
Jack
you guys have.
Doesn't have a normal brain.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna be all chalk. Last draft, all chalk. Thought I was fucking locked in.
No, you didn't go.
Lost.
No. So for some reason, let's just rehash this last draft, which I think you got a bad rap on, was the fact that people were talking shit about the bar stool. Because that was the best seat in the draft. I was hearing some mixed reviews about the bar stool, and I didn't like that one big. I thought that was like one of the best picks of the whole draft.
Who was talking shit about the bar stool? A 17-year-old?
we had a couple people in our group chat that were pissed about it, and they were, clearly you didn't get voted in. Oh yeah, also just so you guys know, I won that draft.
Yeah, Michael won
Yeah,
it.
Mike did win the
Um,
best seat draft, which is
I
under
think,
But he
protest.
also made the
I think you're.
graphic, so I'm not sure that this is valid. I think Mike's.
Oh my! I thought the graphic was very
I think
fair.
he dressed up his
It
pictures
was
a little bit more than our pictures.
no,
And
definitely not. The only thing I dressed up was the golden toilet, and everyone was going good on the toilet no matter what. So,
Yeah,
but
people
I,
love the
I will
toilet.
say the only thing that you fucked up on the ski lift going so early. But I liked your draft. I thought it was better than
what did
Bob's.
I?
I thought mine was just
Dude, I took ski lift in the first round, I think.
you went ski lift, roller coaster, beach, bar stool, and then some other bullshit. Oh, the bed, the jerk off bed.
You should have went. You should have went barstool, beach, jerk off bed, then those two.
Yeah, then those two at
Did
the
you guys
end.
read the description of that episode? In the description,
No.
I put something like, and if anybody's looking for Mike, he's probably sitting at the edge of his bed.
Oh yeah, I did read that. That was hilarious. Yeah,
Watching
yeah,
Tiger Woods with his dad.
yeah. Or fucking yeah. But anyways,
All right.
let's
All
get this
right.
So who's
rolling,
going
Jack.
first? I'm
Go
going
ahead,
first.
Jack. You're going
Yep.
first. Yes.
All right.
Oh, before we go, I just want to say I wrote down I think 17 things, and I'd be curious to see if I cross off 10 of these things.
Can we
Obviously, 5 of
explain-
them will be mine.
Can we explain really quick what we explained off air?
Yeah, I got it. So pretty much what it is, it's things that make you feel like an adult, not necessarily things that make you feel old. Something that makes you feel old can also make you feel like an adult, but not vice versa. It's the rectangles and squares things. So just because it makes you feel old doesn't mean it necessarily makes you feel like an adult. If it makes you, but it could make you feel old and an adult at the same time, essentially. But yeah, we're just things that make you feel like an adult that you do in your everyday life that makes you feel like an adult.
For example, this isn't a draft that's like, oh, I saw an episode of SpongeBob
Exactly.
yesterday. That made me feel old. Like
Nostalgia,
that's not what we're going.
yeah,
Nostalgia doesn't count.
Exactly. Unless there's like an actual activity that it's involved. Yeah, if it's nostalgic, that's one thing,
Let's hear it.
Pants,
Jack.
pants.
So my first pick, we are gonna go with buying clothes in the correct size.
Oh my god.
Come on, you know
what number 1 overall means, Jack?
Can you please pick something that's worthy of the first overall
that is
pick?
worthy.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
Let me explain. You know,
why do we let this guy in?
you didn't have to let me draft. You shouldn't have.
I knew it wasn't going to be constructive.
No, yes, we did. Go ahead. Explain your fucking pick, bud.
God damn it. Let me explain. When you're younger and you're going clothes shopping, you always buy things that are like too big. Especially me, because I don't know. I guess that was a me thing, I guess.
So essentially what you're saying is that discovering fitting rooms makes you feel like
No.
an adult.
No. Like, you're buying clothes that are too big because you're planning on growing into them. It's like, oh, if you buy it in your size, you're going to grow out of it in a month, But then you become an adult and you're done growing, so you can just buy things in your size. And that's the way it goes.
Jack took this way too literally.
No.
He's like, I'm big now, so I get to buy big clothes,
I mean, I don't hate that, but number 1 overall is fucking insane, dude.
So we got this draft topic yesterday. So you were thinking for 48 hours on this. And you thought, I think that buying clothes in your size would look good on the graphic.
Yeah.
Is your number 2 pick like just having a fully developed brain? Like that's how you're excited to be an adult? I'm happy to grow up, really.
Out in the graphic, I'm gonna put a dude in a really, really tight shirt.
Oh
like
yeah,
a shirt too small.
Dude, I'm just saying that seriously is like a luxury to me now. I grew up like my entire life, none of my fucking clothes ever fit. They were always either too big or too small. And I'm already a goofy looking asshole. So having clothes that didn't fit just made me worse, And so now
Listen,
I can just have clothes forever.
dude,
I've been repping this pair of jeans I'm wearing right now for like 2.5 years. Haven't washed them.
I was gonna say it is
Spin
it is
zone.
nice to know that you buy you. Yeah, I've had clothes like this sweatshirt is 4 years old. You know what I mean? As long as you have enough shit where it's like that's cool, you can buy shit for longevity and stuff like that. But number one, there's a fucking meaning to it. And
Listen, when you guys get the
There's
number
Hey,
one
just
pick,
there's just so many.
all right, Bob. Let's just. I mean, honestly, at this point, you go ahead, do you, baby boy?
Just-
I can't believe this
We're
slander.
redoing number 1 here.
No, we're not. You got number 2 here.
Yep. Yep. No, we're doing number 1.
Insane.
For my first overall pick, I am going with. I'm gonna go with Flying Alone. I feel like mine are all my last 2 drafts, and
No, I
both
broke
my
my
first
pen.
pick has been flight related. But Flying Alone is a very it makes you feel very adult.
Fair
Have
enough.
either of you gotten the chance to do this yet? I don't think either
Dude,
of
the
you have.
first time I ever
Yeah,
Or
flew,
no,
I
you
was
did.
alone.
yeah. When I went to Miami.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
really?
when I got
Nice.
fucking
Okay.
I got ransacked in the airport. They pulled my pants down and I had my Nemo boxers on. I was not happy about it.
Well, they found him. They were just
Dude,
trying to find him.
they didn't strip me down, but they checked my bag too. They
Dude,
found it. I didn't catch
I've
that.
told that story on here, right?
I don't think you've
Oh
ever told
no.
that story.
Let's real quick. Let's get into this
All
because
right.
I'm
Yeah.
curious.
I was flying home from Florida. Okay. I was on vacation with one of my buddies and his family, and they were all flying as a family, and I was flying by myself. All right. But our flight was at the ass crack of dawn. Okay. So the night before, my roommate and I were absolutely obliterated. It's like 3 a.m. We have to leave at like 6:45 or something for the airport. And so we get back to our room and we're like, fuck, we got to pack. So we just start throwing shit in our suitcases and stuff, whatever. I get to the airport. I'm standing in line for forever, whatever. Put my bag in the thing, walk through the arms up security guy. And all of a sudden,
Nope.
like I took one step, like I was about to step out of it, and all the alarms start going off. And I'm like, oh, somebody's fucked. Idiot. Like, what are you trying to smuggle, bastard? And so one step out of this thing, and I'm getting grappled. One guy comes from behind me.
Yeah.
One guy comes from the side and pulls me forward. Immediately, like grab my thighs and make sure I'm standing straight. Pants down. They just pulled them. Immediate. So I'm standing there with my arms up in my Nemo boxers in the middle of the fucking airport, alarms going off, lights flickering, everybody's fucking looking at me like I'm some sort of convict. And so they pull my bag off the thing. They're like, is this yours? I'm like, yes. And they pulled all my shit out, going through all my stuff. They grabbed my fucking like vape juice, and it was some like foreign dude, and he's all, what is this? And I'm like, it's face lotion. I don't know. And they finally pull out a bottle opener, which just so happened to be one of those damn near Swiss Army knife bottle openers. So it had like the cork, the bottle opener, the serrated bread knife or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah.
And
scissors that don't work.
Yeah, exactly. And they did not like that. So they pulled it out and they were like, you can't fly with this. You can either do this or we can like throw it away. It's
I'd
like,
been
dude,
like, throw
toss
it
it
away. I need to go home. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so that was hell. But that's the whole story pretty much. I just couldn't believe it. Like, if that ever happened again, I would probably sue the people who did it.
That's so funny that the alarm just starts going off. They're like, all right, let's get him out here, get his pants down.
Yep, immediately.
Like that's like, it's under his sack for sure.
I bet he's got it in his butthole.
Yeah, exactly. That's their first thought.
Fucked.
But anyway, yeah, Flying Alone. Always, I feel like makes you feel like an adult for whatever reason. It's just a lot of responsibility, scary adult place that the airport is.
Valid.
But buying clothes in your size was way up on my draft board. And it sucks that you took it.
All right. I'm going to go. Oh my God. I'm going to go drinking mixed drinks over cheap beer.
Mm.
I mean, that's self-explanatory. I mean, the first time you go to the bar and you're like, let me get a vodka soda, instead of being like, hey, let me get a bucket of Bud Light, or
Right.
hey, let me go grab a 30 rack of Bush and drink that whole thing. It's
Mhm.
like, I'm a classy bitch. I've made it. I have enough money to afford a night of vodka sodas.
Yep.
And I feel
Playing
like
off
that.
that too, like, you want Tito's or well? Give me the Tito's.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, let me get yeah, yeah. It's not even. I don't even say I want a vodka soda anymore. I say let me get a Tito's and soda. I actually
Right.
don't say that, but you can imagine it'd be like if I did. Um,
What, you
so
assholes
that's
don't have
my
Goose back there? What are we doing? What's the fuck is Tito's?
well. Goose is actually overrated. Let's just throw that one out there. Grey Goose is not that. Well, it's good, but it's not that good. I'd rather drink Kettle
Kettle
One.
One.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
I'd rather drink Kettle One over Goose. But so that's my number one. And
Yeah,
then
you're
number
back to
two,
back.
I'm gonna go with I mean, do I go chalk, 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 or I go just chalk, chalk? I'm gonna go with having a car payment.
Okay. It's a great one. Definitely on my list. Or
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's chalk, chalk. That's not chalk, chalk, chalk.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, I
Having
mean,
car payment sucks. It's very
yeah,
nice though because it is like officially your own car that like you don't have to worry about somebody telling you to get the oil change or do the tire pressure. Like you just this is your shit.
and it's like, yeah,
It's an
exactly,
adult
and it's like,
feeling.
yeah, you're like, oh fuck, I bought this, I paid for this. It wasn't, my parents didn't buy it for me. It's like you said, it's yours. So,
Yep.
I mean,
It's a good
I
pick.
had to,
Very
I had to take it.
self-explanatory.
Yeah, I had to take an easy one.
Um I am going to go with moving into your first non-college apartment.
AKA rent and or
Yep.
mortgage,
Yep.
essentially. You fucking sauce it up by saying that, but that's essentially, I mean, that was the chalk of the chalk.
That's what it is. That's because I mean you're paying rent in college, but you're living with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You're on campus. It doesn't feel the same when you get
Yeah.
that. Like Jack can attest to this, I'm sure. When he got his apartment here in Royal Oak, it was a lot different than when he was living in Central. I assume,
Yeah, and
correct?
Yeah.
plus it's
And
not being paid for by student loans.
I was just gonna say that usually the apartment for at school is a student loan based thing, whether
Yep.
so
It
or
doesn't
fast
feel
forward or
like
whatever the fuck.
as much of like a privilege, when you're like when I
Yeah.
lived on campus, it was like, yeah, whatever, I got a fucking house, whatever. But now it's like I go to work fucking 35 hours a week. Not really. It's
Yeah.
less than that for sure. But to pay for
Probably
my
should be your next
fucking,
pick.
whatever. So
Yep.
Yeah, no, for sure. Having
Yep.
a
That was
rent
a
or
chalk. It
mortgage or
was
whatever.
chalk, chalk, chalk for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a great pick though. Fuck, cannot go wrong.
All right, Jack.
all right. My next pick.
How you gonna follow up that fucking brain buster?
Oh, I love it.
My next pick is
I got a lot of hold on.
What?
I got a lot of stuff on my list that is about drinking, and I just noticed that I'm an alcoholic.
Well, I think a lot of that's chalk, though. There's just a lot of chalk out there right now still.
That's true. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jack. You got two, buddy. Forget I said anything.
All right. Pick number 2 is going to be cooking. Like cooking a full meal by yourself. Okay.
100%.
And this is something I just recently started doing. As probably everybody knows, I just recently got a crock pot and it has been a weapon in the kitchen and I fucking love it. And it's cool to, I don't want to sound like a bitch, but like low key meal prepping is the shit. Like being able to come home from work and then just like throw something in the microwave that you cooked on Sunday or whatever and heat it up, eat it, bing, bang, boom. Now you don't have to, like, you're not going out and eating food, but you're also not just like snacking all day, eating like shit, That's some real
Nah, that's
adult
lame as
shit.
fuck. Meal
For sure.
prepping for a week is a bitch move. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan.
Really? What do you do?
I've been doing
Yeah.
I've been
I mean,
doing that every week in
I
January.
just the thing is like my thing with meal prepping is like you're just eating the same thing every day then though.
Yeah, just for the
That's lame
week.
as fuck. Motherfucker, that's 7 days. That's a long ass time. There's only 52 weeks, dog.
It's not
You're eating
7
52.
days.
You're eating
It's
52
5
things
days.
all year?
It's 5 days.
Oh,
Like, it's
5
5
days. Oh, then you go out and you eat Don's on the weekend and all that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Either way, that's still a lot of fucking days of
See
eating the
this?
same shit. And how often you recycle the same meal, guy? Pretty often, right? Chicken and rice, huh?
All right. To be fair, that is
Bullshit.
what's in my
Dude,
fridge
come
right
on.
now. But this is I'm
Yeah,
new
That is
I'm
what
here.
just
Jack
saying.
made. It's a trial
No,
and error for Jack.
I'm not
He's gonna
saying.
learn that he
Listen,
doesn't like that every time.
I appreciate that, but I think the coolest part about cooking and the coolest part, granted, I watch pretty much nothing but cooking videos on my spare time. Honestly, it's getting bad.
For a
But
guy that
like,
never cooks.
dude, yeah, that's problematic. I got all these. Oh, dude, my fucking noggin is. I got a bunch of shit.
I can't advocate enough for how happy your wife is gonna be when I eventually set
Oh,
you guys up.
dude, fucking run it.
I'm just looking for the right one.
Was to say the cool thing about cooking, unless you're like crazy into like your macros and all that fucking dumb shit and working out, it's like the experimenting with cooking is cool as fuck. Like all this shit you can put together and like infuse things and blah 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 and make cooking fun and enjoyable. I feel like that's way better than just I have a meal when I get home instead of snacking. I don't know. Granted, I mean you're probably neuter to like that where you're just kind of like, hey, this makes more sense, and it's time consuming to cook every day, but like to eat the same thing 5 to 7 days a week to me, I think is lame as fuck. But I appreciate.
I think you're lame as
what
fuck.
you're getting at.
So
That's
agree.
very fair.
I agree.
I think I'm
that's
lame as fuck,
I think
dude.
that's a brutal take on Mike's part because you just got to make shit that you like. I got
A brutal
sauce.
take on my part.
Brutal
Come
take.
on, you can't say
Dude.
that's brutal. You can say I don't agree, but brutal to say, oh, cooking is fun and experimenting over
No.
meal prepping. You saying that I'm
No,
brutal for saying that?
no, because trust me, nobody's gonna advocate for cooking more than this guy. But I think that meal prepping, if you're doing the right things, like I have chicken bacon ranch to eat all week.
Okay,
That's
that's
fucking awesome.
see, that's the thing. You found a niche, but chicken and rice, like that type of meal prep, chicken,
No,
veg, rice,
if you're
lame.
meal prepping blandly, then yeah, it sucks. But like, yeah, I did chicken bacon ranch, and I have sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, meal prepped all week. Grab and
Fair.
go.
I mean,
grab and
yeah.
go,
I mean,
baby.
I don't.
Grab and go.
The convenience of it is smart and phenomenal, and I understand that. I agree, but yeah, like you gotta have fun with it and do like
Gotta
not
sex
just
it up.
yeah. You gotta sex it up, and Jack, you'll get there.
It's a great pick,
Sorry
Jack.
for sorry. Yeah, it was a great pick. It's a
Cooking.
chalk
Thank
pick.
you.
Cooking.
Thank you.
Also, meal prepping.
Also,
We'll
like
put
the
those both-
video.
Yeah, like the video.
Was that your second pick or your first
That
pick?
was
I'm
his
sorry.
first one.
We went on a fucking
Yeah,
rampage.
that was.
Dude, we're fucking 50 minutes into this episode already. Holy shit, boys. This is going to be a
Yeah,
long one.
that's all right.
Stay
All right.
tuned.
Hey, pick 3 is going to be office banter or any work-related
That's a good one.
banter. Like when you go in and you're like, Tommy, how's it hanging, sir? John, what's up, brother? Like, morning. Like, how you feeling? Living the dream. That type of shit, you know?
Yeah.
That
Living
makes you
the
feel
dream
like an
is the
adult.
Your
worst
boss,
one.
Dave. Your boss, Dave, says, I'm going to need that report on my desk by 3:30.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yes, sir. It's already done.
As a wife and kids, Dave.
Yeah.
How out of
Yeah.
that here.
You know what I get? You know what I get every day? And Mike probably got this too. Oh, dude, how's the leg doing? Every
yeah.
fucking day. Every day. It's a different person. If I see somebody that I haven't seen in a minimum 3 days, how's the leg doing?
Dude, how's that leg?
When do you get
100%.
that thing off? When you get that
Yeah.
thing off?
Yeah. I mean, that was just life for 6 months. I mean, in reality, it's not just the office, but yeah,
How's
definitely.
PT?
Yeah.
Every time.
Bet it's killing you.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did you hear it pop?
Did you hear it?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
But yeah, but that's the office banter is definitely makes you feel like an adult. Just any kind of awkward conversation that you kind of have to have at work is very
dude.
unfortunately an adult feeling.
I have a new guy at work, and he's fucking technologically illiterate.
Oh no.
and it's so bad. And like, I was busy as shit today, and he just kept coming up to us asking questions, and I was like, I, I'm like, dude,
I'm
like
gonna
I
kill
have
you.
shit to do. Like I can't be fucking getting your email set up. I'm fucking not IT. Like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, oh, your computer working? He go, dude. So this motherfucker has a thermostat in his office for the row of rooms. It's in his office. He's like, it's pretty cold in my room, man. Does your heat work? I'm like, dude, what did you just ask me? Like the thermostat's right there. If your shit is not, if it's set to 70 and it's at 62, something's up. Open your fucking vent. His vents were closed.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
maybe that is the fucking thing, you goomba. And he asked me like 3 times, oh, is it getting warmer over here too? I'm like, your thermostat doesn't control my heat, guy. Like, what the?
He's just
Anyways,
running between rooms,
dude,
gauging
he's
temperature.
old and weird and goofy. I don't know. Anyways,
Can't have it.
can't have
All
it. Where
right.
we at there, Bobby?
I think it's me. And
Yes,
I
sir.
am going to go with uh setting appointments, whether it be dentist, doctor, anytime you're setting an appointment makes you feel like an adult, especially when it's I think the dentist one is just a tough, like you really feel like an adult because you're like, nobody's forcing me to do this, but I should probably get on a schedule here, you know?
Yeah. And just having priority to do that kind of stuff. It's like you don't have when you're a kid, it was like a chore that your mom would make you do or your dad would make you do. Like, hey, you gotta. It's like, no, you're making the conscious decision to be like, I gotta do this, or I got,
Yep,
like this has to be done, and like that's the day to do it. You can't skip it. You're gonna pay for it, literally.
exactly. That's kind of how
So,
PT's been. It's like
100%.
I'm the only one that knows that I got PT at 2 today.
Yep,
So I better fucking show up.
exactly.
You know?
Dude,
Yep.
but it's a it's a sad world to live in when you first realize like, oh shit, nobody's here to remind me of any of this stuff. Like you said, I'm the only
Oh
one who
yeah.
knows that I have PT
Oh
at
yeah,
2. So if I don't show up, that's got to be
yeah.
my fault for sure.
It's
Yep.
yeah, that's when you realize that like the kids that use like the fucking planners and shit in high school are 100% better off now because I never use that. And now it's like I'm just realizing that I can set a bunch of shit in my calendar on my phone and be like, "Oh, this will literally send me an alarm." Instead, I'm always just like it's in my head, I remember it, and I never remember it, Like you
I've been
got to
doing
set
I've been
shit.
doing the phone a lot in summer. Like basically to
Yeah.
plan summer weekends. Like if I like, all right, like I can't do this weekend. I got a wedding. Can't do this weekend. I
Yeah,
got,
definitely.
going on a
You
trip. Like
gotta.
summer, it's huge.
Yeah,
I don't
especially
use it
like
as much for work, but
especially
definitely
right now with
social.
like the way like our friends are like getting married and like doing this and like you
Right.
gotta. I mean, there's just too much shit going on and that you miss one thing, dude. Double booking shit, bro. Oh,
It's
it's the
brutal.
worst. It
And you're
is.
the bad guy because
Yeah,
you're
and you
not
feel
on
like an
top of your
asshole.
shit. So I
Or
got to be
yeah,
an adult.
yeah, 100%.
Put that shit on paper. All right, Mike.
So, this one is honestly probably gonna be my favorite pick of the draft. Um, and that is it's matching home decor. When you consciously buy something that you think you need, but you're like, hold on, I have this other thing that is in that room, and these need to match. I can't have a
What's a
rainbow
good
of furniture.
example?
Like buying your bed set or whatever. Like so, like instead of buying like a box spring and a fucking frame, and then you buy this brown dresser, and then you want a nightstand. It's like you buy them all together, or
You got a turquoise nightstand.
exactly. So you
Like
buy them
in
all
college.
together, or like excuse me, like my dresser and my bed frame are gray, and then like I bought like a shelf for like my shoes and shit, and I was like, this has to be black or gray. Like it has to be
Right.
like or like even if the gray wasn't right, I'd be like, okay, this has to be matching gray, or I got to go black. You know what I mean? Instead of just being like,
Yep.
fuck it, this is cool, this would suffice, I'm gonna buy it. And this goes all the way into like the bathroom, like matching towels, like getting like like towels that all match too. I feel like that is a big step. You're like, oh, I have all the same towels instead of I got one Cubs towel, one
Yep.
fucking purple towel, one
Right.
fucking, you're using
Not
beach
yeah.
towels in the shower every day. Like,
Right.
it's just, yeah.
Not having like a shower curtain with like Hercules on it or something.
Yeah, it's just a white
Yeah.
shower curtain.
Right.
and
That's a
the,
good
the
one.
Yeah, and the most fucked up is I actually find like joy in doing that too, where it's like, I like it, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, when it's your place, like that definitely ties into the first apartment thing. Like
Yeah,
Jack was
true.
probably kind of thinking the same thing when he was putting his shit together. Like I just did that too when I bought my bed. My bed's gray. I was like, I want to have a nice rug that kind of pops. Got a navy blue
Yeah,
rug. Looks great
for
together.
sure. Yeah,
Compliments.
can't go wrong.
You again, Mike?
Me again. This one might be a little bit off the wall and probably could have got it at the last Mr. Irrelevant, but I'm gonna take it now because fuck you guys.
Okay.
And that is listening to new music with the most judgment on the planet.
What do you mean?
Like
So like
carefree of judgment?
no, like judging new music. Like
Oh,
cuz it
judging
makes
new
you
music.
feel like you're like, "Oh, like these kids' music today."
Oh yeah, yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
You're
"Dude,
right.
I'm old. I'm an adult." Like I listen to like new rap music and I'm like, Lil Wayne fucking shits on all these guys. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
Where like even today, the Lil Wayne just dropped his tour, right?
Yeah.
And someone was like talking shit. I was like, you have no idea. I was like, this man was a trendsetter. I'm like, he was a goat, blah, blah. I started rapping lyrics to him and shit. Like
Yeah.
I got
I
in
got
on it.
money.
Yeah. I was like, dude, skinny pants. I was like, skinny pants and some Vans. Like I started getting in. I was like, that's the reason why I started wearing
Got me
skinny pants
thinking
and
I could
Vans.
date a
But like
cop.
Right.
today's yeah, like, but today's music, I listen to it and I'm like, man, this is kind of trash. Like, there's some good stuff, but I'm like, you just feel old and you're like, man, yeah, like this is kid shit. Like, this is kid shit that's out right now. You know what I mean?
Can we acknowledge that the generation before us never acknowledged that? You know what I'm saying? Like, they were never like, oh, yeah, like, I think your music's shitty. I thought, like, my parents' music was shitty. They never
Yeah,
said that. They're like, my music's awesome. Your music is shitty. Like, that's just
yeah.
period. Like,
No,
that's
yeah, it
kind of
was it.
how, like, that's kind
100%.
of how my parents were like. They were never
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, like, my parents listened to this shit in, like, the 1910s. It fucking sucked. It's like, yeah, no shit. But
yeah,
they never admitted that. It was always just like, your shit
yeah. Your
stinks.
shit sucks. Yep,
Our shit's good. Period.
yep,
So
Yeah,
shout out to millennials for that one.
yeah. I
dude.
mean,
But there's also like a whole subgenre of a generation in between that, like the fucking Beastie Boys generation.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but that's also like,
That sucks too.
Theirs
I
kind of
think
blends
music.
in with ours,
I
though.
think music is by decade. Personally, I think it's not like Gen Z, millennial, like that. I think that it's like by decade you can really
For sure.
differentiate. And obviously some fade into both, but like there's usually a 10-year span per artist that you're like, okay, this is his shit. Like this is goat shit.
Yep.
Obviously outliers. There's the names that, in the business forever. But like to the point of this, it's just like you hear the new shit and you're like, man, like is it me that my music is shit, or I'm just so like in my own head with that my music is good. It just makes me feel like, okay, that's kid shit. It could be good, it could be bad, but like I'm gonna judge it to my shit because I'm an
Right.
adult. You know what I mean? Like that's my shit,
Right.
and like that's old people shit. This is my shit. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you're
That's
right,
a good
Bob.
one.
Yeah, but you're right about fucking our parents giving us zero credit
Right.
in terms of music. It's like, dude, you just need to fucking expand yourself and just appreciate music for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Well, dude, and one of their biggest complaints is like, oh, everybody sounds the same. Like, how do you even know? Bro, you could play me 75 rock songs right now, and I could promise you they were all the same
Yeah,
fucking band.
I was gonna say, you give me any hair metal, I'm gonna be like, it's them. It's
Yeah,
one band. It's all the
it's either
same
Led
people.
Zeppelin or Van Halen. Those are my
Yep,
two guesses.
that's it. 100%.
Maybe Metallica in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to
Wild.
us.
That's a good pick, though, Michael. That does make you feel old. When new music sucks, you're like, I must be getting phased out.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want it to like be like, oh, just because I feel old, it makes me feel like, if like I feels like, oh yeah, I'm an adult. Like that's that teenage shit. Like that's that kid shit. Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. I don't think any of your guys' picks are good. I'm still butthurt about getting shafted for my buying clothes pick.
Yeah,
You
we
just
didn't
coulda
shaft
got
you.
it
You
so
shafted
far.
yourself.
Yeah.
I did not shaft. We'll see what
Yeah.
the public thinks.
You ski
We'll see what
lifted
the public
yourself
thinks.
twice. That's what you did.
Guy lives in the ski lift, dude.
Yeah, you just love the ski
Fucking-
lift. That's really what it's about.
Double bar stool. That hurts.
This is tough, dude. I got a lot of juice left and 2 picks left.
Yeah, I got one pick left, and it's upsetting because like Yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys take a couple chalk.
I'm gonna go with taking a work call in public.
That one is straight off of a website.
Yes,
I like
and
it.
I also do it all the time.
No, 100%. Yeah, I'm with you.
I guess I don't take them in public all the time. Well, I guess public, I don't know. Just taking a work call in general. I think when you're like not, even when you are on the clock, but especially when you're not on the clock.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think it's more so when you're not on the clock taking work calls. That's more like when you're on lunch or some shit and you're taking a call, especially if you're a guy that's not always in an office at a cubicle or something. But yeah, like when you're after work and you have to like still take care of some shit, that's I think that's where the sweet spot is of this one.
Because there's some things that like feeling like an adult feels good. That's one of the times where like your phone starts ringing and you're just like, fuck, this shit's supposed to be over today. And it's fucking 100%.
Not. Dude, I have to do that fairly often as well. And it's also a lot of times at just the worst hour. Because we do, like, I schedule a lot of our notaries. And I don't even necessarily schedule them, but I'm the contact person. If there's ever any problems with, like, people signing documents or whatever, they call me. But we do a shit ton of deals on the West Coast. And so they're sending notaries to these people when they get home from work. So it's 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock their time, aka 9, 10, 11 o'clock our time. So I'll be laying in bed, stony baloney, getting a call from Sacramento, and I have to take it. Like, I don't have a choice.
Right.
It's brutal. Yeah, that does make you feel like an adult, though, for sure.
Yep.
Back to you, Jack, for 4 and 5.
All right, I got a doozy here. Real doozy. You know what? I'm also second-guessing my original pick because I had some other good ones, but I'm going to stand true. I'm going to hold on to it.
You can only get better.
I mean, he took fucking... The last one he took was really good.
The last two we took were really good. That's what makes number one so baffling. Like, he's got other good picks.
Pick number 4 is an appreciation, like having an appreciation for a good appliance. Specifically, in my view, was like a vacuum. Like, I recently got a real nice vacuum, and I was like, I've been talking about it for like a month. Like, look at all the shit it sucked up off my carpet.
Look how dirty my house was, dude. Not anymore.
You know what I'm saying, though? Or like even like a blender or like getting a new dishwasher. You're like, oh, dude, like, I didn't even know clean before this thing right here.
Very exciting. Yep. Yeah. Like when you get your first air fryer, shit like that.
Yes. And then you just talk about it. Even though like that's just some regular shit. It's like, well, this one's good. And you can tell.
The vacuum's a great example because, when you get like a Dyson or a Shark and get serious about your vacuum, then it's like, oh, dude.
I got a Shark in the closet. You guys want to see?
Yeah, that's nuts. Like this shit, I could be wearing a blue sweatshirt. This thing will take the blue right off that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. It'll be white after the Shark sees it.
Yeah, exactly.
He said it'll take the blue right off of this motherfucker.
That's a good pick, Jack.
It's pretty broad and vague, but I'm a fan.
Okay, here's another. I was gonna say this, but I haven't experienced it yet. But like a good lawnmower, when you get a good lawnmower, not only are you old as fuck, but like it's just fantastic.
I imagine that one feels good. I'm excited to purchase my first lawnmower for sure.
Yep, I feel like vacuums are the lawnmower equivalent for apartment owners.
Yeah, the indoor
lawnmower. Yeah,
100% is. It's the exact same concept.
Yep.
It's literally the same thing.
I got to
make the lines nice.
Yeah.
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 It's your indoor weed whip.
Do you call it a weed whip?
I knew some people that called it a string trimmer.
No.
Hold on. What do you call it? A weed whip? What do you call it, Jack?
It a weed whip.
It's a weed whip too. But
are you a whacker?
Are you a weed whacker?
Yeah, you're a whacker. I knew you were a whacker the second I fucking saw you, dude. You're such a whacker.
Dude, yeah, 100%, dude. I'm a whacker till the day I die, bro. What are you talking about?
That's just a less elegant whip, dude. Whip
Dude,
people
weed
got hand-eye
whip.
coordination.
Oh my god,
If
bro.
you're
You're one of
just
the
whacking,
You're
you
a
got no
tap guy too,
finesse.
aren't you? What do you mean? I don't literally whack. I am, dude. I will fucking cut a whole lawn with a weed whacker, brother. Don't fucking get after me.
That's something
I
that
work
weed whacker people would say.
100%, dude. I worked maintenance fucking like 4 summers in a row when I was like 17, 18, just doing nothing but
Just
weed whacking half
whacking
the
them.
time. Cuz they wouldn't let the summer guys get on like the nice riding lawnmowers. So we just had to do weed whacking, and fucking all we did was fence lines and shit. So
Trust me,
don't fucking get at me.
Mike's whacked a time or two.
Yeah, dude, I get bored. I'll go in the fucking thick stuff and just start whacking it down to perfect level. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
I'm a fucking
Mike
savant. I'm a
gets-
savant with the weed whacker.
Mike gets fucking hard just thinking about a nice fence line that he gets to whack it to.
Hell yeah,
man.
dude. You tell me nothing better than watching a slow-mo of a weed whacker whipping through a fence and getting it nice.
Oh, what'd you just say?
Anyway.
A weed whacker doing what?
Isn't that funny how he uses that terminology, but it's not like that's illegal. You can't use that word.
What
You're
did I say?
whacking.
You're whacking
said
and you
it's
said
whipping.
it's whipping.
You said it's
Which
whipping
one is it,
because
Mike?
that's the finesse part of it. You don't get to
Yeah,
do that.
I'm
You're
not
just
saying
bullying.
a weed whacker
Yeah.
can whip. All right.
You have,
I've
you
also
have
heard
the
it
weed
called.
bully.
I've also heard it called weed eater, which I hate that one.
I've heard the weed eater too.
And
yeah.
I
Is there a
hate that
bag
one
behind
too.
it? Where's it going?
It's not eating
Yeah.
anything.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, it could whip. It physically whips, but it whacks it down. Doesn't whip it down. Imagine if I whipped you in the back, you're not falling down. But if I whacked you in the back, you're going the fuck down, brother.
That's gonna be our April draft. Our springtime draft is just gonna be like appliances that you could use outside.
Yeah, just maintenance fucking equipment.
Your top 5 maintenance
Yeah.
equipment.
What's the most satisfying way to eat green stuff? Anyways, what
Number
is the
one,
next
I'm going to
pick?
take the Kubota excavator.
Yeah.
All right, who is up? Jack, are you
Jack's
still up?
Yep.
Holy toots, I am up. All right. For
Jesus
my
fucking
last
Christ.
pick here, I am going to go chalk. Okay. Completely chalk. I think I have to.
Cleaning those clothes that you get at the store?
No. Way to sell
Oh,
out a
okay.
pick, though. Bob was just about to
Yeah.
take that.
Glad
I
on that.
was.
He can have it. I like it.
No, I was going to mention Uncle Sam. The tax man rolls around and you got to pay your dues. And when you finally have to complete that process by yourself, that's some adult shit for sure. I think everybody.
Oh, like doing your taxes, you're saying?
Yeah.
Like getting them done? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like paying taxes. Like we've been paying taxes since we were in diapers, boy.
Oh, no. Everybody pays taxes, but not everybody has
Yeah.
to get their taxes
Your
done.
True.
first time on TurboTax.
It's
Essentially, is
also
what we're
it's
talking about.
scary, dude. The first time it's scary, especially when you're doing TurboTax. That's because you're like, did I fuck something up? And then you're like, I'm gonna get audited, and you're like, dude, you made like 30 grand last year, bro. You're not getting
Nobody
audited.
gives a shit.
Oh, here's a quick tip. If you make less than $79,000, Intuit actually has a free program that less than 8% of people use, so go ahead and look that up. This is not
For what?
financial advice. Check the disclaimer.
I've heard about
What?
that thing.
What does it do for you? What is it? What is the program?
So
for?
everybody knows Intuit TurboTax, right?
Correct.
TurboTax is, they call it free, but you have to pay for it. But they have it completely. Intuit makes a free version of TurboTax, but they don't advertise it because why would they? But if you make less than $79,000 annually of taxable income, then you can use that and you don't have to pay for your taxes. Although taxes aren't, what is the fucking fee? Like $30 or something?
I think I pay
30 to
45
50.
bucks or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so if
I
you're that
have
bent
a-
out
we
of
have
shape
a-
about
I have
it,
a
go
lady.
get fucked. But if you need
But
it,
they
you got
take it. Well, they take it out of your taxes, so it still fucking sucks. I mean, you'd like to have that $50.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a tank of
Yeah.
gas.
No. True.
And they don't do
100%.
shit. You do everything. That's the thing. They just literally provide you with the platform.
I use a woman. She's an accountant of some sort. And she like
There's our
we
title.
pay I think
Mike
like
uses
40
women.
bucks. And
That's a good one.
she like looks into everything though, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you every dollar I can."
I love
And
that.
to me, it's like, okay, that's worth it. Instead of paying that 35 or 40 bucks on TurboTax, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna pay this chick to fucking do some scavenging. You know,
It's probably like $300 that you weren't gonna get if you would have done like it
if
could be a
that.
lot.
Yeah, but if that, it's like it is what it is. Like the one year we kind of juiced the system and put the house under my name, and we got an extra like $1,000. Don't come at me. Statute of limitations, I think, at this point.
Oh, for sure, you're way past it. You're in the clear.
Any fucking way.
It's good.
What's your pick, or Bob? We got to get off the tax thing. I'm gonna get fucking IRS and start calling the Fair Enough podcast.
It's true. I have a million good ones, but I'm gonna go with one that's near and dear to my heart. I've thought about this ever since I became an adult.
You're so cute. I know what you're gonna say.
No, you're gonna hate this. I'm gonna go with pumping gas until it's all the way filled up and not giving a fuck about it.
I like that one a lot.
Because when you're a kid, you got $10 here, you got $13.75 here. Let me just get this bitch. You're just scraping.
Dude,
but once you're an adult and you have a job, even if you could even make fucking minimum wage, but if you're an adult and you have a job, you're gonna be able to fill your car up.
Yeah.
Even in this economy.
Yeah.
So,
dude, and that's funny
I love
though, because
it's a great feeling.
I'll have a 5-digit bank account, and I'm still only putting enough gas in my car to get me to where I need to go.
Oh,
that's what you're doing? Shit. Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It's like some part of me is like, what if I die on the way there? Then I spent all this money on fucking gas.
You like inconveniencing yourself. Oh, hey, I gotta go get gas again. It's like, dude.
And I get pissed every time, too. Every time I'm like, that fucking gas light's back on. I don't think my car has been above a half tank since I started driving it. Serious.
He's like, oh, dude, I didn't know that the bar went past halfway. I thought that it was full. That's why I only go $20 every time.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole. Yeah. Honestly, dude, like, parlaying off of your picks, Bob, even just the fact of, like, paying for gas with your debit card or credit card, that alone, because that's when you're just like, let the fucking pump run. You know what I mean?
Let those numbers
like, not, I only got a $10 bill. Put this, give me a $5 scratcher and put the other $5 on the fucking pump. You know,
that's the worst. Yeah, dude, those are the days.
Yep, 5 in the tank.
I'm telling you, dude,
split a gram with your buddy with the other 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Next time you go on a date, Jack, go fill up first.
Ooh.
And just get the gas thing out, put it in the tank, and then come back and sit in your car. And then she's going to be like, oh, like, aren't you worried about it and going towards like 50, 60 bucks?
We'll hear the click.
Let that shit run, bitch. That's not going to matter tonight. A, because we're going to Don's after this. But B, because I got endless funds in the accont. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm also filling up the guy behind us. So
yeah.
Pay it forward, bitch. Oh, I love it. That's hilarious.
What's that, a Hummer? I don't give a shit. Let's fill it up.
I went to the dealer and said, I want the most fuel deficient fucking vehicle you have on the market.
Yeah. What's the one
you're riding a tank?
What's the one you guys shouldn't even be selling? That's the one I want.
Yeah. What's the one that fucking gets chastised all over the internet?
The most irresponsible vehicle you can line up.
What are those ones that blow out all the black smoke out of the top? That's what I want.
Yeah. I want a diesel train.
Yeah, I need a semi truck right now.
I want a train.
Oh my goodness, that is such a good one.
Mr. Irrelevant, Mike, number 5. Pick 15 overall.
There's so many like easy ones left. That sucks.
For sure.
Man, should I go something like personal? Or should I
go
one
something
that
you like?
All right.
Go with one that you want on your own graphic.
I'm gonna go with dating for quality and not quantity.
Whoa.
Because I actually just wrote not being a hoe on my list, to be honest.
That checks out. Yeah, that checks out.
But like, I feel like it wouldn't be the fair enough way if we didn't get into my dating life.
No.
So I have to put it on there. Just like the fact of like, you're just scrolling Tinder and all these things, and it's like, I don't want none of these bitches. You know what I mean? Like, even though I can probably get some easy fucking, some easy numbies, it's just I don't care about it anymore. It's kind of like I want something that is, that's gonna make my brain work.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's where
That's
we're at there.
definitely a big makes you feel like an adult moment.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to like being a
To
grind
some
ball still.
strange.
Yeah, but in terms of like where I'm at and like thinking about dating, it's like, oh yeah, I want something that is good, not just quick. So
Right.
throw that one on there instead of going with folding clothes.
That's a great one. Yep, that's a great one. Okay, let me run through these really quick. So, Jack, buying clothes in your size, cooking/meal prepping, office banter, appreciation for a good appliance, and doing your taxes. Bob, flying alone, moving into your first non-college apartment, setting appointments, taking a work call in public, pumping gas until it's full. Mike, mixed drinks over beer, having a car payment, matching home decor, judging new music or young people's music, and then dating for quality. Honorable mentions? Who wants to go first?
Doing laundry. I fucking hate doing laundry.
Yep.
I have to bring it up again.
I'm putting off folding right now. As we speak,
Oh,
I'm
it's
putting off
the
folding.
worst, dude. And it's like you just make more work for yourself when you put it off folding, because then shit doesn't get de-wrinkled well enough. Then you got to throw it back in the dryer or iron it out.
That's what I did this
buying
morning.
an iron.
I put it off
That
yesterday.
that is an adult thing. Buying an iron and a fucking ironing board. I have both of those things because my
That's an
stupid
adult
ass doesn't hang his clothes fucking quick enough.
Dude, I love laundry. Having that full stack of clean clothes. Come on.
Oh,
The
yeah.
result is beautiful. The act is the
Dude, I
fucking
don't
most
get that though.
inconvenient
Like,
shit.
it's not that big of a fucking chore. It takes
I have
probably
dude,
a total
Jack,
of 5 minutes,
I
like all together, putting it in the washer, taking it out, putting it in the dryer, taking it out.
what do you have? Fucking 4 shirts and 2 pairs of pants. I have a lot of clothes and I let it build up, so it's a whole
You
day
got to do it
of
once a
things.
week. That way, it's just one load. You do one load, you're good.
1 load a week,
Yeah.
dude. I'm like 3 loads at a time minimum, bro.
Yeah, see, no chance. Lights, darks,
And I
That's
also
why
have
we
work
need to
clothes
throw
too.
it all in there. I don't give a fuck.
See, I have work
That's why
clothes
we
too,
need to
though.
live
So
with
it's like
Jack.
Dude, I'll do all your
Yeah,
laundry.
Jack would be
Dad,
doing
can you
all
just
this
do all-
shit. I know that you would.
I'll
Because
buy y'all cars.
not even because we asked, just because you'd be pissed that our laundry was
Yeah,
stacking up.
dude, but I love, and maybe it's because I'm a new adult, but I love fucking, like, I'll wipe the counters. I love to vacuum. I vacuumed right before we recorded. Fucking sweeping, laundry. I already have my taxes done. Speaking of taxes, they're done. The only thing I'm bad at is
Yeah, it's
filling
crazy.
up my car with gas, I guess. So
Yeah,
That's funny though.
that was good. I had
Any other?
I had grocery shopping alone. I love doing that. It's one of my
I
favorite
like,
activities.
yeah, I do too. Honestly, I have that on my list too. I fuck with grocery shopping.
I had the first non-spring break vacation with your friends. That's a very adult moment, like when you and your
Like a
friends
boys trip of some
plan.
sort. Yeah.
It could be a boys trip. It could be like a couples trip. It could be anything, like anything that you just plan. That's not like we're not going on the last weekend of March to Fort Lauderdale. Like we're going to
Yeah.
an all-inclusive somewhere that just us. Like we're going, and like you name it. But then I had last one I had was explaining your job to someone. Anytime you have to explain your job to somebody, you feel like an adult.
Try, dude, you went on the dating site. You were on the dating sites for not long. Try doing my job and having it on Tinder saying like lease administrator at Compass Lease. You have no idea what the fuck that means. Nobody does. So it's like I have to explain the amount of times I have typed out. My phone literally recognizes when I start saying it because I can literally just tap the middle fucking suggestion.
Yeah.
Because it says, "Oh, I work at a semi-trailer leasing company. We rent and lease semi-trailers to trucking companies. I do operations." Literally, if I started typing that in my phone, I can do it without typing a single letter. I can just fucking, yeah.
I didn't even know that. So
yeah, that's what we do.
I
Yeah,
feel
you're
like
welcome.
people see that and they're probably like, "Oh, he works for like an apartment company or something like that with like
Yeah,
leasing."
no,
yeah, he's a
100%.
realtor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Definitely property
One that I
management.
had on mine as well is like you see something that you want, and then you're like, oh, I'll just buy it. Instead
Shopping
of
at
like,
will, essentially.
Impulse buys.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, impulse buys just because you're like, I fucking can. Nobody's
Yep.
stopping me. I got the money to do it. Fuck
But
you.
then also on the other side is that restraint too, because you have to pay for shit. And
Yeah.
oh, I can't buy this. I have to pay rent. Oh, I can't buy this. I have to eat or do this or do that. You know what I mean? Or hey, I should probably save some money for whatever the fuck. So it's like it goes both ways on that. You're like, oh, I have the
Right.
money. Oh, I probably shouldn't spend it.
Right. But like compared to like we were talking about earlier, you get like $20 cash and you got to divvy that up. You're like 5 goes in the tank, 5 for
Yeah.
a half gram a pot, 10 because I owe my buddy 10. But like
Yeah.
now it's like I got more than $20. So if I want to
Yep.
throw a fucking new pair of sneakers in there, I can if I feel
Yeah.
like it.
100%. That's new adult shit. Because 5
Yep.
years down the road, you're gonna be like, I gotta stop buying these fucking sneakers.
Oh, yeah, I'm cut off from everything. I can't buy shit.
You know what? One
Is
thing
that new adult shit? I'm pissed.
that is new
Yeah,
adult
so
shit.
You'll
you
get
guys aren't
over
buying
that.
sneakers?
Yeah.
Not
Well, I
anymore.
mean, you know me.
Mike
I
is.
buy. Yeah, but other shit, I'm like, probably shouldn't. I shouldn't buy that. I didn't want to do too many things like grocery shopping. I liked, but like he said, meal prepping, which is like that's like the whole process. Like getting oil changes was one I had, but it's like that's part of buying a car. So I didn't want to like, but like getting your own oil change is the worst because you see that number up in the corner and you're like, I could probably go another 1,000. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I'll
like,
never. And now they have the countdown. It's like
oh
you
yeah,
have 5% oil left in your
yeah.
car.
Your
And
car's like,
well,
hey, now, and I'm like, yeah,
yeah. It's like, what's 5% though? I mean, it could be a lot. That's
100%.
that's it goes to your brain.
Yeah.
Anything else? We've been on
mean-
here for an 80-minuter.
Couple,
the
yeah, this is
boys.
insane. But a couple more I had that were drinking related was like, for one, coming home from work and having a drink, like I need a beer type drink, you
Yep.
know, like I had a
Or I'm
long
gonna
day at
die.
work, need to get me a beer.
Yeah, that
Also-
is some adult shit.
Going out alone.
Yep.
Like going to a bar and just watching the game, hanging with the bartender and having a shot and a beer. Kind of
I've never done that, but I would love to.
I had
You
that one on
will.
my list too. It's
Yeah,
dude,
like-
that's kind of from our last draft when we were talking about sitting at the bar. Like when you're sitting
Yeah.
at the bar on a Thursday night, it's nice to be alone.
Yeah.
You know?
If you got the right spot. And then the last one kind of
For
about drinking is like just enjoying a night in without having to go to the bar. Like, hey, I'm gonna not go out and drink. I'm gonna drink at home and get drunk on my couch, you know? And you're like, this is some adult shit.
Yep.
Yeah, or
Not a
even,
house party.
Right.
Like you wake up on a Saturday or a Sunday and you're like not hungover at all, and you're like up and showered and shit by 9 a.m.
Yeah. You're like,
You're
oh,
like,
this is
holy,
nice.
this hasn't happened since I was 14 years old.
Yep.
Before I was able to get wasted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is some adult shit.
Some adult shit. Good draft. That was a good draft. I think that the voting is going to be interesting for this one. I think it could go anybody's way.
All of the ways,
So,
yeah. Because
yeah,
there's a
for
little bit
sure.
of nonsense throughout the whole draft, other than like the rent
sure.
and the car and like the cooking, you know.
For sure. But
I
okay.
think I got this one, fellas. I really think I got this one in the bag. So
See,
Yeah.
the thing is, Jack, your team. Okay, this is the thing about the draft. Your team might be the best, and I don't think it is because I always think mine is the best. But you got to realize you're lucky you're getting value down low because you're fucking up the first couple. And real drafters and people that understand notice, hey, this guy fucked off but got lucky on the way back. So you're gonna lose
Yeah.
points for that.
well, I'm 2 for 2 getting lucky. So.
Jack's
Yeah, we'll
got
see.
Jack's got like Jamarcus Russell, but then he's got like Devontae Adams, Joey Bosa. Like,
Yeah.
like his first pick is just like, I took a shot.
Yeah,
Didn't work out.
exactly.
I'm taking
All
Tom
right.
Brady in the last round, and I don't mind.
Oh,
That
all
was
right, boys.
the feel like an adult draft. Go and vote. The poll will be up soon if it's not up already. Yeah, I don't know. That's episode 54. I don't know what we're doing next week. We'll see. How's that for a tease? We love you guys. Episode 54 is a wrap, and we will see you next week. Peace.
Love ya.
Deuces.